And so Doncic will bring it up for Albuquerque, trailing by 10. Down low, Hollins. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Listen, we all know Luka Doncic can score, but equally impressive to me is his playmaking abilities.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now, here's Doncic. Here's Hollins. And Hollins with the stuff.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And Towns throws it down.
Big-time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
Pass to Hollins. Back to Doncic. Left side, Williams. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. From deep, Johnson. Can't hit that one.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Now, here's Doncic. Inside. Stolen by George. Here's Nesmith. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And here we go, Albuquerque. Fast break. Johnson, good.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Here's Wright, and it's blocked by Hollins. To the middle. Here's Williams. And that comes off the assist by Pierce.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Here's Wright. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Wright outside. Smith surveying the D.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Here's Posey. Pass to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. And Smith with the stuff.
And you see how fast Smith leaks out. He loves running in the open floor.
To the paint. From 13. Iguodala, no good. Here's Chapman. Drops in the layup for 2.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Anthony
Edwards' shot is good.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Nice shot by Smith. Now Lowry. And here's Edwards from the arc. Chapman with the rebound. The shot by George, wide open. Nailed from three-point land.
Oh, yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
From deep three-point land.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Lowry for three.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Posey with it. Now right defender. Albuquerque again can't hit it. Smith for three. It's deflected. Pass to Iguodaro. Here's Edwards. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And Smith already understands that you have to be unselfish if you're going to gain the respect of your teammates and coaches.
Rebound by Smith.
You know, so much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Both teams deciding to change it up. And he makes the first. And he can't hit the second. And he nails the third. And so here's Albuquerque. 19-point game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Doncic. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Deflects the pass. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pierce.
Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged the bullet there.
Chapman buries the long-range jumper. And so the home crowd treated to a win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go.
I feel like being I'm finna upgrade you. Down good, put in work on you. Buy you new things, put some on you. Brand new. I could change your whole life. Raise it, baby, put that all nice. We get by. I be the rest of her friends always off. I'm finna treat you like fab. Go ahead and throw it in the bag. Throw your whole closet out. You don't need it.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. Here we go. Now, here's Sharp. Puts up a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Outside Curry. Pass to Aldama. Here's Shireman. Clock at 4. The tray. And the rebound goes to Marcus Camby. Sharp with it. Here's Camby. And slam dunk by Camby.
Nice vision from the youngster. Sharp that time.
Here's Curry. Pass to Aldama. To the wing right side. Here's Hauser. Rebound by Smith. Lets it go with the three. Drains the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
To the middle. Here's Aldama. To halt the run. And Aldama slams it in.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Here's White. Oh, good with the triple. Here's Hauser. Pass to Shireman. Driving in. And he goes big with the dunk right over Jabari Smith.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag. For three, Smith connects from three-point range. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
To the paint. And Smith gets double-teamed. Almiron. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Kamari's got 6.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense. He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Dallas trails by 7. Here's Curry. Pass to Shireman. Releases. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Just great awareness from Curry. So good at reading the floor and finding his open teammates.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Back to Aldama. Outside for Curry. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Smith. And Stephen Curry with the foul.
Stephen Curry.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
11 seconds left in the first half. Smith wide open. He fires. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 6. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Sharp on the wing. No good from the wing. And so that's the end of the first half. Leading by 8. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. Dallas trails by 8. Here's Mitchell. There's the drive. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Here's Chapman. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Dallas. Ball's knocked loose. Neesmith with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Chapman. And he's good on the 3-ball.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. One of the most explosive scorers in the NBA, the great Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I think what makes his offensive game so elite is that he is a very strong and physical guard. He's improved his pick-and-roll game, and he's improved his distance from 3. So the space that he has to work from is so impressive. Think D. Wade with a better jumper.
Back to Neesmith. 5 on the clock. Drives to the hoop. No good from outside. Dallas trails by 9. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Lets it go from deep. Chapman, that's good.
And the man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You got to at least show a little heart out here.
Here's Wright, following the score by Dallas. Pass to Neesmith. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Outside Edwards. To the inside. Here's Bitadze.
And I like that. Edwards comes off the pick, keeps his options open, and then just makes the right read.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
Fires away from way outside. And it's Wright missing. Dallas trails by 8. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Here's Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
It's so hard trying to keep Davis off the glass. He's just so big, so strong, and has the athleticism.
Pass to George. Outside, Davis. Going inside. He's off on that one. Here's Wright. And Wright throws it down hard.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. The drive by Mitchell. Pass to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And let's not forget about his athleticism. Dominant above the rim. Davis knows how to use his size to his advantage.
Towns wide open. Good on the triple. Towns has got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Mitchell. Outside for Davis. Over George. Oh, Davis down low.
This is where you want AD to get his shots. That's almost automatic.
Stolen by Mitchell. Pass to Thompson. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Sinks the triple.
3 points.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Inside. Inside. Klay Thompson.
Those high percentage looks are easy for Thompson. He's just got the touch for inside shots.
Outside, Towns. Down low. George. Up and in on the layup. George has got his first points of the game.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Pushing it up. And then George with the jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Foul. First team foul. At the line.
And the first one counts. Both teams will make substitutions.
Taking 2 shots.
And George drops them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
To the middle. Here's Aldama. And he can't jam it through. Here's Kamare. Smith outside. Out to White. Pass to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smith for 3. That shot missing.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's Hauser. Now Aldama. Defended by George. Shoots a fader. It's hauled in by George. And here's Sharp. Pass to George. Now here's White. Lets the 3 fly. Dwight Howard pulls it in. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaedon Sharp. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Curry. Howard with it. Back to Curry. Here's Shireman. There's the triple. Drills it from outside.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Deflects the pass. Pass to Campbell. Over Howard. Here's Kamare. Aldama with the ball. Now Smith defending. Here's Shireman. The rebound by Sharp. White looking around. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Curry. And it's denied. Sharp on the wing. Offline with his 3.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Shireman. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
At the line for your home team.
And he's good on the first of 3.
And something that's already interesting about Jabari Smith is his versatility, scoring from beyond the arc or at the mid-range. He can get points a number of ways.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Back to Curry. From downtown, Curry making it look so easy.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Pass break, Dallas. Here's Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
And it's Sharp missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, Winston right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Can be no luck. And so Curry will bring it up for Dallas. It's a one-point game. Here's Hauser. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And so it's Dallas with it. Following the miss by Jabari Smith from deep. Pass to Hauser. Shot clock at 5. The offensive rebound. Outside for Curry. Fires the 3. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And so it's Dallas winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching.
Shorty said don't leave out. You ever seen your homies? I'm talking pain. Some of my look like Ruby Rose. Like Bay used the rose. No, you ain't love me. But tell them how though. Cause I noticed the bad acting like still in tune with the streets. See, I can hear the got me staying on point. I feel like Derek Fisher. Hurt, man. I had to cut off my sisters. Almost on the fanny, blitz me for a picture. I'm paranoid, so proceed with caution. When I'm mad, I got an attitude like Steve Austin. My dog and we all lost. Ain't no more.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan.